All right, we're here for round one of our Dragons of Tarkir draft, and we'll see how things go. I think our deck's pretty sweet. It has some cool cards in it. I think it's a pretty cool deck. Between the Thunderbreak region and Dragon Lord Dramoka especially, we've got a lot of power. Just gotta hope we can always cast our Dragon Lord Dramoka. Lost the die roll. But yeah, we do have two pretty crazy bombs in this deck, both of which we managed to open, and that's pretty nice. Our opponent is taking his time and examining his hand. I'm never sure what I should make of that, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing if an opponent's taking a while. I guess there's no point in speculating because you could end up drawing things that make it better or not drawing things that make it better. So I'll pause until our opponent passes priority for deciding whether or not to mulligan to us. All right, we're back. Our opponent actually disconnected for a little while there. I think this hand's keepable. We do only have two of our colors, but we have three things that we can play already, and we're bound to draw more things that we can play, and we'll keep. We're also on the draw, so it makes it a little more keepable. We have a pretty aggressive hand here. Right, turn one Sidisi's Faithful does slow our roll. All right, we drew red, which we're going to need. So we've got a turn 2 Herald, and then a turn, let's not show him red yet, I mean, for whatever that's worth. A turn 2 Herald, I said, thank you. And then a turn 3 Graceblade Artisan. Our opponent got some fixing, so that's cool for him. Okay, we can cast our Thunderbreak region now, should we draw it. I'm not going to bother attacking, but I'll play out our Graceblade Artisan. Next turn, I mean, depending on what I draw, I may decide to use Artful Maneuver to get this thing out of our way. It also depends on what our opponent does right now. Okay, Gurmag Drowner. So we're up against the exploity deck for sure. It'll be good to keep pacifism for something like a Gurmag Angler, which is bound to appear at some point or another. We did see a few in the draft, and it's nice to be able to pacify those. I've had enough of mine pacified. I think I probably will use the Artful Maneuver this turn. We'll see what happens exactly. Okay, maybe I won't. I may just play my Sabertooth Outrider, who next turn will have Formidable. So if I don't have to use a card to kill this guy, I won't. So these two are going to attack. Is this a warrior too? Oh, it is. So it's going to have Vigilance. How about that? So many warriors in this set. Now, kind of didn't mean to do that now that I noticed what I did, and I am going to go ahead and Artful Maneuver. I should not have swung with either of them, actually. I should have just played out my Outrider, so there's a punt for you. Gurmag Angler wouldn't be a surprise. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like Tassiger, but that wouldn't be too surprising either. Maven Surveyor, okay. It's going to bounce something. All right, we get to rebound this. We'll put it on our Herald of Dramoka, obviously. And we will swing with the Herald. And now we'll play our Sabertooth Outrider. Leave one red up to bluff, Kindled Fury or something like that. You know, and if my opponent dashes something in or something like that. All right, roast it is. Face up one of those, huh? I'm okay with that being played face up. I guess he really wants to be able to block my Herald. All right, that Wild Slash is nice. I think I'm just going to play out the Strong Arm Monk and pass my turn. Next turn, I can Wild Slash this and just swing with both of these guys and also play a creature. I mean, I also have the Tamer Battle Rage option. All right, we will take 2 in the air. Man, another one of those. Brutal. My opponent has disconnected again, so I will pause until he comes back. My opponent has returned, and he's bouncing Strong Arm Monk, as you probably expected he would. All right, another land makes me pretty happy because that means I can play back out our Strong Arm Monk. Oh, except we don't want to tap it like that, do we? We can play out our Strong Arm Monk and keep mana up for a Wild Slash. There we go. So we'll play our Strong Arm Monk. We have lots of things in our hand that can activate the Strong Arm Monk, so we really want to try to get him out there and keep him out there. And we'll pass our turn. Our opponent's down to 1 card in his hand, so I'm feeling pretty good despite all these tempo plays he's made against us. Because we've got some pretty big power in our hands. I'm just going to Wild Slash one of them now. It might have been nice to have that cheap trigger, but if we're in a damage race and we want to win it, I think that's pretty important. I think here I'm going to swing with both. I mean, and if he blocks, I'll Tamer Battle Rage, which will pump this to a 3/3 and will make him deal 8 damage. So let's swing first off. He may have something like a removal spell, which would be annoying. So we're going to try to Tamer Battle Rage this dude, which no matter what will buff the other dude. And it also cracks into our opponent for a bunch of damage. Okay, so that worked out for us. I'm trying to gauge what the chances are he has Crux of Fate, because that would be really bad for us. The chances are decent. I mean, he's clearly built a big, slow, plotting control deck that could run something like the Crux. And I don't think there's a reason to play out our Artisan right now. If he doesn't play creature next turn, we can just pacify his bird and kill him. So I don't want to play into his hand. Hopefully our opponent's not about to disconnect again. Okay. All right, I think what we do here is try to go for it. If that resolves, we win. We swing for 7, and if he can't, yeah. So, all right, we won game 1. Our deck performed well. Didn't see any Dramoka or Thunderbreak Regent either, so it's nice knowing it can perform well without them. We just had a nice aggressive hand, and Strong Arm Monk was really the all-star in that game. He has flyers, so we don't want our Magmatic Chasm. And Dramoka Doomcaster's not worth much against him. Surge of Righteousness. We didn't really see any black or red creatures. Every creature we saw was blue, but we saw that he had both black and red in his deck. So I don't know what to make of that. He may just have it for removal or something. I'm not confident enough to side in Surge of Righteousness, based on what we saw. So I think I'm just going to run with what we have here. Duress isn't a big, well, we're black not black anyway. Sorry, I'm tired. Okay, so we're going to go back out there and go for game 2. Hope for more of the same. All right, an awful hand. So we're gonna have to mulligan. A somewhat better hand, but not a great one. I'm gonna keep it. We're on the draw. Hopefully we draw white. That's not white. I think going down to 5 there is almost always going to be worse than that 6-hander was. So, all right. Well, we're getting mana, not of the colors we want, mind you, but mana nonetheless. He's got all of his colors. We will pass the turn. We're going to take another one from this bird. Gurmag Drowner, maybe. Yep. Yeah, that's so much value right now for our opponent. It's always fun when you're playing the kind of deck our opponent is, and you get to do that. What sucks about being this far behind is now he's on his mana for his Aven Surveyor, and he also put one in his graveyard, which indicates he must have had something better or another one in his hand. So, all right, well, we got white, so that's something. We'll just play out our Outrider. It may get surveyed, but that's okay. Maybe we draw green soon. Maybe our opponent's stuck on 4 and can't play an Aven Surveyor. Yeah, swings, as I would expect. We take, as he probably expects. And now he can play an Aven Surveyor if he has one. And he does. Super annoying for us. Be nice to draw green mana and just be able to say, what's up? And yeah, we didn't, though. I'm going to play the Outrider again. No, actually, I'm going to play the Strong Arm Monk. At least it can block the Drowner. And it's pretty potent with a lot of the cards I have in my hand, too, so... We do have lots of ways of dealing with threats in our hand, which is nice, although only one that deals with really big ones, I guess. Another Aven Surveyor. Okay, flatten. We're going to take 4 now. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. He can just kill our Outrider with that. I think I'm still going to play the Outrider. Leave mana up. Ooh, we can leave even more mana up. We can actually save our Outrider with Artful Maneuver, and that might be worth doing. We're going to think about it anyway. So yeah, well, the fact that he attacks first. So we'll declare this block. It'll end up being a 2 for 2 if we use our Artful Maneuver here. So yeah, we'll declare that block. Looks like he's going to let it happen, in which case I won't use my Artful Maneuver. And in which case I'm also going to Wild Slash here. So I got some of the pressure off of me. My opponent does have all kinds of cards in his hand, but we can Enduring Victory any huge threat he plays. Not too scary. We'll play our Calcisma Behemoth. It'd be nice to leave mana up for our Enduring Victory, but we can't do it right now. All right. Swings for 4 in the air. And we're going to take it. Come on, green mana. Nope. This time we are going to leave mana up for Enduring Victory. We can actually Enduring Victory and block the morph if we want to. So that's what we're going to stick with, because it'll make him a 6/6, which will be nice. Definitely behind in this game, but I feel like we can get back in it, especially right here. This is the kind of turn where we could. I doubt he's going to attack with his morph, and he didn't, so we'll just go with our Enduring Victory right here. Dang, Silumgar Spell Eater. Alright, that hurts us pretty bad right here. We go to 4. Sarkhan's Rage here is pretty awkward. Although, do we have to control a dragon? Yeah, so we lose. Sarkhan's Rage can't save us. We'll take 2 from our Rage, and I don't want to show him I have it, so we'll just go to game 3. Now we did see a black creature, and I'm sure he has more. We just didn't see him in the first game. I think I'll side in Surge of Righteousness. Maybe for Enduring Victory. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And we'll go with this. We would like to play first. Another kind of crazy hand, but we'll keep this one. At least we have, fixing early. Be nice if we had one plains or forest in this hand too, in addition to the Evolving Wilds. But we will get a plains, which does basically leave our deck with only 2 green sources now. But at least Jamoka's not in our hand this time. Of course, we drew a plains. And we'll pass. And of course, now we draw Jamoka. Oh, that's painful, for sure. Pacifism's not as good against a deck with Exploit, but it's still nice. I mean, I can shut down whatever his best creature is. He may be stuck on 2 lands. Nope. Okay, Zephyr Scribe. Okay. Drawing the old 3-drop on turn 4 is always kind of annoying, but it'll work out. He can block things. This is the Zephyr Scribe can be a real problem because our opponent can use the draw cards. Our opponent has not had mana problems. I'm a little jealous. He's got all kinds of good exploit targets right now too. We'll play out our monk. Got 2 green sources in our deck, so playing Dramoka doesn't seem super likely. Maybe I should have gotten a forest. That might have been the right play, knowing that I had a bunch of plains in my deck, but I thought it was too risky. So I did not. I swing with the monk. I mean, chances are, with the monk, he's going to block with his monk. That one's a wizard. And get to draw 2 cards out of the deal. At this point, I don't see a reason to not make him exploit the dude, so I'm just going to pass the turn and leave a bunch of mana up. He's going to start digging for cards, though, which isn't cool. I wish I could dig for cards. If we can make this game go long enough, though, we'll get a forest. So at least we hope. All right, Thunderbreak region is exactly what we want. It's nice of him to show up, and we'll play him. I haven't seen him yet. Kind of forgot about him. We just had Dramoka stuck in our hand. And I'll end my turn. Next turn we'll start swinging with the Regent. Dang, Reach of Shadows. Okay, goodbye Thunderbreak Regent. At least he takes 3 in the process and eats up a card at the same time is one way of looking at it, but it does hurt. Yep, he's got the right deck for that. I'm going to swing with both, an Artful Maneuver somewhere, if I have to. I mean, I know he's going to block and draw 2 cards, but I have to start getting it. I mean, the other option is to pacifism him, but then he'll exploit it later anyway, and won't get much value out of that. Okay, we can blow him out here with our Artful Maneuver. I mean, we're not really going to blow him out because he's going to have to draw 2 cards, but we can make him a 6/6 and big enough to kill both of those. So we kill 2 cards and he gets to draw 2 cards, and we had to use 1 card to do it. So we're still kind of losing there. But we also hit him for 3. Damn, flatten. He just has all the answers, it seems. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let that happen. Even if I Sarkhan's Rage here and give him another +1/+1. Well, wait a second. So I'll go down to 2/2. No, they'll still kill him. Unless I kill one of them. And he's at 0 cards, but he's going to draw 2 from his Scholar. So I don't think it's worth blowing the Rage here. But I mean, I'm not going to kill any of these now. So if I don't kill that, he's at 0 cards. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let it happen. And I'll end my turn. Makes sense. Oh god. Yeah, we're just getting wrecked now. Oh, he decided to make it a 3-3. So I actually kind of prefer that right now. We'll use this on our Graceblade Artisan. I don't think it'll actually accomplish anything though. Yeah, I mean, we can stall for a while with what we've got in our hand, that's for sure. I'm just going to Wild Slash the Scribe now so we can stop filtering. And I think I'm going to pacify the Flyer as well. Hold on to the Sarkhan's Rage. So now he doesn't really have any great attacks, so he might swing with his Youthful Scholar, since he can, it'll draw him 2 cards if I kill it. But he didn't, so I'm okay with that. We got another creature, which is nice. Vial of Dragonfire. Our green mana really has forsaken us. I mean, granted, we only have 2 sources, but hey, come on now. All right, Rage Form's pretty nice right here. It's going to turn over a forest, though. Watch. Tamer Battle Rage, which right now wouldn't be amazing anyway, so that works out. So I'll just end the turn. I guess I'll probably kill that, yeah. Okay, well, we have a way to kill his big dragon if he ever gets it, and this Karsi Sadist if he wants to block with it. Alright, Sidisi's Faithful. Sure, he sacrifices his Scholar to draw 2, which is just bad news for us. Yeah. And he's going to get to bounce something, which isn't a huge loss for us, like at this point. The big problem is the cards he's drawing. I mean, he still doesn't have any good attacks, so... Okay, we'll play our Territorial Rock. We're going pretty defensive here, which is pretty strange after how game 1 went. But it's what we're having to do. We're having to play this, our opponent's game, which probably doesn't benefit us. It usually doesn't when you have to play your opponent's game. He killed our poor Thunderbreak Regent. So, another Surveyor. They're just surveying all over the place. The good news is we do have a Territorial Rock. But, oh, he went with making it a 3-3. He is really intent on getting over for flying damage. That's nice. Be nice if we could get something like Great Teacher's Decree, since we're starting to go pretty wide. We are probably going to end up taking 3 this turn, though. How much life do I gain if I ever get to do this? 2. That's not irrelevant. This is another warrior, too. Yeah, we'll just take 3 here. Alright, a Morph. Trying to, it's probably the Spell Eater, so That's pretty brutal. So like even if we ever get green mana, it'll be hard to cast. Actually, it won't be. We have so much mana, so actually we could cast it. But we do need to be wary of that, of having to potentially pay 3 more for all of our spells. I'm probably going to end up having to Sarkhan's Rage this Aven Surveyor. Maybe it's something else. Okay. With that, I'll double block happily, and I'll Sarkhan's Rage the Surveyor. Okay. We have the mana. Oh, well, it wasn't. He already flipped it up. But yeah, we're going to have to do that before we lose to it. This is a pretty crazy game. It's going pretty long. We still have Surge of Righteousness to deal with that dragon. That's what killed us in game 2. All right, we got a forest, which is pretty hot. Hopefully that can hold up for us. Looks like it resolves. Doesn't mean he's not going to kill it, though. Okay, yeah, he's going to get Reach of Shadows back. That's just brutal. We finally got our dragon in play, and he's just going to kill it. So, goodbye, Dramoka. Rough. This is rough. I'm going to double block here. So our 2 bombs have been completely destroyed by this opponent who has some crazy removal, as we've seen. He's going to be able to start swinging with this now, too. I mean, I can double block it, and then I guess we'd still sort of be nowhere, depending on what else he can do. But, yeah, that's... God dang. He got 3 Aven Surveyors. Is that right? Yeah, at least 3. So his deck's pretty great. Yeah, killing that is huge for him. We're just going to have to take 4 here now, because we can't double block. Get another dude out. I mean, we're going to have to take 4 again, though, unfortunately. I'd like for him to just attack with that Sadist so that we can gain some life. May have been right not to side that in, because he really doesn't have much that's not black. We'll just take 4 right here. Go to 1. Yeah, wow. Yeah, he's really drawing what he needs, and we can't. Or when we have, he's just removed it. This guy shows up, not really when we need him. It would have been nice to get some removal for that. I mean, we can remove it, but he's going to be able to kill something. I don't think we can live another turn. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. No, I'm dead this turn. That's ridiculous that this guy didn't even blink at our... We're going to do that just for fun, but he's actually going to benefit from it because he can kill our flyer. So we lose round 1. We won game 1 when we didn't get either of our bombs, and in game 3 we got both and lost anyway. So pretty crazy. pretty crazy match. So hopefully we do better in the next couple rounds.